welcome to class. We're going to get started on the back. Okay, a lovely gentle unwind class, focusing on our core and strength within the shoulders. Always remember alignment, so checking the knees are in the right place. But yeah, we'll get started. So just make your way to the back of your mat, drawing the knees into the chest, and then closing the eyes, sending the feet together, knees out to the side for a gentle inner thigh activation stretch. Okay, Untitled. If this is not a pose that you want to start with, you can start with the feet on the ground and just dropping the knees to the right and left. Okay, so Untitled, just resting on the mat, hands on the inner thighs, elbows to the floor. And then just closing the eyes, taking deep breaths in and out. So helping to calm our nervous system down before we begin our practice this evening, okay? So deep breaths in and out of the nose, Ujjayi breathing. And just notice your shoulders, noticing the rise and fall of the belly. Again, you might feel the rib cage expand a lot, but try to breathe in and out the belly, maybe taking one hand there, just over the belly button, okay? So think about breathing in and out of the belly. Diaphragmatic breathing. Relaxing all the muscles in the face as well. Just setting yourself up for your practice this evening. 2 more deep breaths, everybody. One more deep breath. And then on the next inhale, draw the knees together, blink the eyes open, and then take the feet out wide into happy baby, grabbing the inside arches of your feet, okay? And just letting your body sway from left to right. Across the spine, okay, very gently, just feeling that floor beneath us. Good. And then a moment just as we stare up to the ceiling. Okay, just start to check in with your body. Be really present with the moves this evening, okay? A gentle, mindful wind down, but really focusing on the core and alignment and our upper body strength, okay? So drawing the knees together, make your way to a nice seated position, okay? Either crossing the legs, hands on the thighs, or on the knees, okay? Gentle inhale, rolling the shoulders up to the ears. And then as we exhale, roll them back all the way down. Good, deep inhale, lifting up to the ears. Nice elevation of the shoulders. And then exhale down. Good, last breath in. And then rolling them out. Good, sweep the arms up to the ceiling, interlace the fingers, and then lift the chin, look up, push the chest forwards. Draw those knees closer to the floor in 3. Good, keep breathing here in 2. Try to lift out of your lats, squeezing the ears if you can in 1. Good, bring the knees together, rolling up and down that spine. Gently, just releasing the vertebrae, okay? Watching those feet and toes go over the eye line. On that third rock, again, cross-legged, but changing the position of the feet, okay? So if we had the right foot in front, we're switching out this time. Take a big inhale, lifting up the shoulders. Think about that tallness in the spine. Good, exhale, back and down. Taking your time with these moves to start. Inhale, lifting up, maybe soften and close the eyes. Exhaling back and down. Keep your hands on your knees, okay, to find that nice connection with the legs. Inhale, last breath, last roll up. And then exhale. Good, next inhale, draw the knees together, rolling up and down. It's a nice way to start the class, okay? Bring a bit more movement. Elevation. Good, cross the ankles, hands to the front of the mat. And then gently come back into a high plank. Okay, so with our plank, remember that we're squeezing the core, hands are underneath the shoulders, okay? Think about alignment with the wrists and the shoulders. We're gently here, going to stay here for a few rounds of breath, okay? So if you're strong in the core, keep those knees off the ground. If we need to come down just a little bit, drop the knees down, okay? And then what I want you to do is send the shoulders away, to elevate nice and high, and then exhale, I want you to send the chest and the torso down. Keeping that long line of the body. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering, elevating down. Inhale, lifting up. Good. Exhale, release and lower. Last time. Inhale, lifting up. Everybody down to the knees and continue lowering all the way to the floor. Push the tops of the feet into the ground, hands in the same position. Gentle Cobra Pose. Keep the hands on the floor today. Squeeze the elbows to the back of the room. Feel those lower back muscles. In 2. In 1. Release the chin down. Take an inhale, tuck the toes, push yourself back to that half plank. And then downward facing dog. In downward dog this evening, I want you to focus on sending the heels to the floor. So at the beginning of class, you may need to step quite far forwards, okay? A short stance in our downward dog to begin. If the heels still aren't on the floor, okay, it may take a bit more warming up to get there, even though we're stepping a bit further forwards. Okay, just walk out the downward dog. Keeping one leg straight, bending into the other, really lifting that heel high so we're stretching the tiptoes. Okay, just notice if there's any clicks. Ooh. Good. So again, spread the hands, weight into the palms, across the fingers. Good, 2 more breaths in downward dog. Feeling the blood rush to the brain. Good, last breath. And then inhale, look at the hands, up to you to walk to the hands or hands to feet. Finding your ragdoll pose, grabbing your elbows, and then just releasing the spine. Having that soft bend in the knees to begin with, okay? Stay nice and still in our ragdoll position here, tucking the chin as close as you can into the chest. As you do that, you're going to feel more of the weight of the head and the shoulders, allowing gravity to help with this pose, okay? Finding that length in the back of the legs. Going back to those deep breaths in and out, so really filling up the lungs. And then expelling all that air away. 2 more breaths in ragdoll. Good, last breath. Nice work, everyone. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Hands can be on shins or on the floor just in front of the toes, but remember that flat back position. Exhale, release the back, tuck the chin in. Take an inhale, walk forwards to that high plank or to the knee plank. Remember squeezing that belly button, make sure your heels are pressed up to the ceiling, okay? So you may need to shuffle those feet a bit further back. Good, breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1, nice work. Drop the knees down, take an inhale. Exhale, we're going to lower all the way back to the mat. Come into that cobra with the hands on the floor with your next inhale. Squeezing the shoulders back, exhale, chin to the floor. Tuck the toes, inhale to that half plank, and then downward facing dog. Nice work. 5 breaths again, downward facing dog. And you can play around with it, okay? You can bend into the knees, pressing the chest closer to the thighs, or you can simply wander the one leg and straighten the other. So walking out your downward dog. Just gentle breaths, okay? 5 breaths, warming up the shoulders. Add any movement that feels nice in your downward dog. Remember the head should be inside that upside down V position, not looking at the hands, okay? 2 more breaths. Last breath. Nice. Inhale, look at the hands. Exhale, walk the feet forwards. Find that ragdoll, grabbing the hands behind the shins. Sorry, behind your calves. 2 breaths. 1 more breath. Nice work. Release the hands. Inhale to that halfway lift hold. Exhale, hands back to the mat. Inhale, stepping back. Find your high plank.
So one foot, then the other. Squeeze that core in. Breathing for 3. Stay nice and strong in that core for 2. Again, if you need to drop down to your knees, drop down to the knees in 1. Good. Everybody, knees to the floor. Inhale, lift the chin, look up. Exhale, squeeze those elbows into the rib cage, lowering the chest down, keeping the back nice and flat, keeping your core nice and strong. Take an inhale to Cobra again, keeping the hands on the mat, pushing the tops of the feet into the ground. Now with those elbows, let's push them to the back so you open up the chest and the collarbones pointing forwards. Feeling the lower back muscles there, good. And then gently drop the chin down. Inhale, tuck the toes, high plank, half plank, or downward facing dog. Nice. Take an inhale, look forwards, and then exhale. Walk the hands to the wrists and gently swaying here, keeping the hands on the mat or the fingertips on the mat. Knees as bent as you need. Okay, looking to the back of the room. In 2. In 1. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the back, step back, high plank. Shifting that weight forwards, moving with our breath now. Take an inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, Vinyasa or Chaturanga, so from that high plank with the knees, lowering down halfway. Take an inhale, up dog, flex the lower spine, push the shoulders back. Good, and then exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, look forwards at the hands. Exhale, walk, jump or step towards the wrists. Folding forwards, take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release the back, touch the toes, chin tucks in. Bend the knees, inhale, Tadasana, standing tall. Take an inhale, lift the chin, look up. Exhale, swan dive the hands around and down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, moving with the breath now, everyone. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to that high plank. Holding, 2 breaths. Good, 1 more breath, spread those fingers. Inhale, drop the knees. Exhale, lower down all the way. Inhale to Cobra. Just keep those hands on the mat. Squeeze the elbows back. Exhale, chin to the floor. Tuck the toes, inhale to half plank or full plank, and then downward facing dog. Good, take an inhale, onto the hands, back to the feet, finding that ragdoll pose again, just swaying that body right and left. Okay, releasing that chin, breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1. Toe heel the feet together now, rolling up the spine 1 vertebrae at a time. Squeezing the thighs together, inner knees, looking at the toes, taking your time, rolling all the way up to standing. Take an inhale, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back, and then rolling back down to the floor, tucking the chin in, gazing at the toes, unwinding that spine. Nice. Once we're folding forwards, take an inhale to that halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, wander forwards, find your high plank. Nice work, everybody. Take an inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga, lowering down, squeezing those elbows in. Push the tops of the feet into the floor, upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, tuck the toes, heels high, downward facing dog. Nice work. Inhale the right leg up. 3 leg down dog hold. Exhale, look forward, stepping halfway to Warrior 1 or Virabhadrasana. So that right foot's halfway between the hands, the back heel is down to the floor, the hips are square to the front, okay? Might need to bend that back knee, okay? And once we find that positioning with the hips, bring the hands up towards the ceiling. And just hold this strong stance here. Looking forwards, make sure we're squeezing the ears if we can. Good. 1 more breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat, step the right foot back, high plank vinyasa, so squeezing the core, lowering the body, inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Other side, inhale, left leg. Exhale, step forwards, halfway. Back heel is down, toes are out to 45 degrees, hands on hips. Make sure the hips are facing the front, okay? So once we've got that position with the hips, inhale, swing the arms up. We need to be shifting a bit of weight forwards into that front leg, okay?
Good, squeeze the ears, 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Inhale, hands to the mat, step the left foot back. Vinyasa, chaturanga, so squeezing the core. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, inhale the right leg up, 3 leg down dog. Exhale, step all the way to the hands, open up to warrior 2. So that back heel is pointing out to 90 degrees. Front bend in the forward facing knee. Make sure you can see the big toe, so finding all the alignment. And then thumbs pointing up, just check behind as well. Big strong stance. Nice everyone. Take 2 more rounds of breath. So big breaths this evening, okay? 1 more round of breath. Take an inhale, cartwheel the hands down to the floor. Exhale, send that right foot back, high to low plank, Vinyasa. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. So finding those fundamental moves to warm up, left leg up, inhale. Exhale, step between the hands, open up to warrior 2 on the other side. Okay, big bend in that front leg. Again, thumbs pointing up, so that outwards rotation. Big long stance. So potentially your front and back foot are very close to the edges of the mat, okay? Long big stance. You should feel the legs working, all the quads, inner thighs, shoulders stacked over the hips as well. 1 more breath. Good, next inhale, cartwheel the hands down either side of that left foot, and then send the left foot back, find that high plank, Vinyasa, let's go. Use that upper body strength, inhale to upward facing. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Nice work everyone. Moving with the breath, okay? Inhale, right leg up, 3 leg down dog. Exhale, warrior 1, step halfway. Back heel down, hands on hips, then reach the arms up as we inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, right foot back, high plank. Inhale, Vinyasa. Lifting up the chest, upward facing dog with the inhale. Exhale over the toes, downward facing dog. Think about length in the back of the legs, heels to the floor. Inhale, left leg up, 3 leg down dog. Exhale, halfway step, hands on hips. And then reaching up, warrior 1. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step the left foot back, high plank. Inhale, Vinyasa. Lower down, halfway. Inhale, up dog. Shoulders back. Exhale, down dog. Nice work. Let's go. Right leg up. Inhale, lifting it high. Exhale, look at your hands. Step there. Big stance, arms up. Good. Warrior 2 stance. 1 breath. Inhale, hands to the mat. Exhale, right foot back, high plank. Inhale, Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So remember, downward dog, we're looking to the back of the room. 3 leg down dog, left leg up, inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Big stance, big step forwards. Good, 1 more round of breath. Inhale, hands to the mat. Left foot back, high plank. Take a Vinyasa. Inhale, as we lower down, lifting up to that upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hopefully feeling nice and warm in the shoulders now. Nice work. And then slowly come down onto your knees. Sit back into your heels. Let's untuck the toes. And then gently lean the forehead all the way to the floor, coming into our rabbit pose. Elbows out to the side, okay? If we can lower all the way, forehead to the floor, fantastic. If we're not quite there yet, don't worry, everybody is different, okay? Just let the head completely relax. Again, if we can't get all the way there, at least allow the elbows to fall out to the side, hands or tops of the hands in the floor, okay? And then if we're on the floor, maybe just gently nod the head left and right, catch that breath. Alexa, volume down.
Good. Now begin to reach the arms around. So any butterflies here, reaching those arms around to the front of the mat. Nice. And then take the knees out wide into your child's pose, okay? Forehead down, arms reaching, elbows into the ground.
Go back to that deep breathing. Okay, big breaths
In and out the nose. Good. 4 more deep breaths, everybody. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And last deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Nice work. Inhale, rise up to your tabletop position, okay? So we should be very familiar with tabletop. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, okay? And we're going to bring the fingers to point towards the knees. So find that nice forearm stretch with one side to begin, okay? Leaning as far back as you feel that stretch. Okay, this is great for the wrists and the forearm. Okay. And just leaning back, maybe pulsing forwards and back. Nice, and then changing hand back to the tabletop, left fingers, leaning back with that body. Nice, just to that point that feels like we're finding that stretch. And then add a bit of pulsing there. Stretching really wakes you up, it really invigorates the body. Movement energizes the body. I know a lot of you swimmers, you're doing a lot of work in the pool, getting those hours in. But any floor-based land training that you can do to complement your swimming is great for bone density, great for the muscles, alignment, just working different parts of the body. Nice, and then bring both fingers pointing forwards. We're going to go into those Superman reaches, okay? Think about our spine and keeping the ears, or keeping the squeeze. So, what I mean, when we take the arm up, we're going to keep that alignment, okay? Squeezing the ears as close with the upper arm as you can, not out to the side, okay? That's what I want you to focus on. Chin tucks in, looking down, okay, right in front, thumb pointing up. So when you're ready, take an inhale. Opposite arm, opposite leg, reach, lift and hold, okay? Find 5 deep breaths here. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Nice, maybe point the toes back, inhale, exhale, getting harder, last 2, inhale, exhale, last breath. Exhale, nice, lower down, good job. Other side after you've just given that bit of a shake out. So remember, ear just scraping past the upper arm. Take the inhale, lifting up. Exhale. 4 more breaths. 3 more breaths. Big strong stance, last 2. Nice work, everybody. Last 1. And release. Good. Take the knees out wide. Reach the arms forwards. Forehead to the floor. So the wider the knees are, the more space we're allowing the torso to settle into. As long as the big toes are touching behind, that's going to be a good position. You can stay nice and active in your child's pose. Nodding that forehead right and left. Nice, slowly rise up, tabletop, moving into our bridge sequence, okay? So stay nice and grounded for this portion of the class. Take that left foot out to the side, so swing it over to the left, maybe off the mat. Keep that left hand on the floor, reach the right arm up, right leg up.
Good, and look up to the ceiling if you can. Push the hips forwards towards me. If that leg that's lifted is a little bit too intense, just drop it down to the floor. Okay, breathing for 3. Nice. For 2, maybe check that the hands are directly above each other, keeping that strong alignment in 1. Nice work. Come back to tabletop and then swivel onto the other side. So right foot out to the side here. Right hand stays on the floor. Inhale, lift the left arm up, left leg up, and hold. Think about the hips. Push the hips further forwards. Nice. Looking up to the ceiling. Again, if that leg that's hovered is a bit too intense, just simply bring it to the floor. Good. In 3. In 2. In 1. Nice work. Back to tabletop. Whew. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Heels into the floor, hands spread wide. Nice work. Inhale, lift the right leg up, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, look at the hands, step between them, drop that back knee to the floor. Untuck the back toes, take an inhale, arms above, shoulders pushing the hips forwards. And then what I want us to do is send the hips back and begin to straighten that right leg out if we can, okay? So hopefully shoulders are over hips, and then straighten that right leg out, push the heel closer towards the front of the mat. So there's a bit of balance to focus here, okay? So from that left knee, we should have our hip, our shoulders, and our hands. Woo! Test that balance in 3, in 2, nice, in 1, and then leaning forwards, hands either side of the right leg. Find that lovely hamstring stretch. Relax that kneecap on the front leg. Good, everybody. And just relax the toes as well. Maybe send them to the floor. Lots of dorsiflexion and lift them back up. Good. We're here for a couple of rounds of breath. Nice work. Can we bend into that front leg? Maybe shift it forwards a little bit or backwards a little bit. Coming back into that low lunge, back knee lowered, inhaling the hands to the ceiling. Good, exhale, hands back to the mat. Inhale, lift that left knee off the floor into that low lunge now. Remember that back heel needs to be as high as you can, so shuffle it to the back of your mat as much as you can, and then gently shift forwards and back. Hands either side of your right foot. So framing that right foot, few shifts forwards and back. Get ready to send that foot to the back. Inhale, high plank. Good, Vinyasa from here, lowering down, either from the knees or from the plank position. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shoulders back, exhale, tuck over the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step between the hands, drop the back knee down. Good. So we know what we need to do on this side. Okay. Inhale the arms up. Good. And then let the breath go. Okay. Focusing on our posture. Tucking the pelvis in and then pushing the hips backwards as we begin to straighten that left leg. Once we've got our point with the right knee in line with the hips, okay, that 90-degree bend with that back knee. Send the front foot forwards, shuffle it forwards. Find that stretch. Okay. That is our point where we're finding that contact on the floor with the left heel. Reaching the arms up in 3. In 2, you might be squeezing that right quad a lot. Woo, nice work. In 1. Good, hands to the mat, leaning forwards. Okay, feeling that left hamstring stretch. Good, and just here for a couple of rounds of breath. Try not to lean your weight over to the right. Okay, keep it nice and centered. Again, notice my back knee is at a lovely 90-degree bend, okay? I'm not leaning forwards or too far back. Hips are pointing towards the front like warrior 1. Nice, and then slowly bring that left heel a bit further towards the body so we can re-bend into that front leg. Good, inhale the arms up. Notice that right hip flexor. Exhale, hands to the mat. Good. Inhale the right knee off the floor, toes tuck on that back foot, heel up nice and high. Nice work. And then a few shifts forwards and back. In 2. Nice work. In 1.
Inhale, left foot back, high plank. Exhale. Good, one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, Vinyasa. So lowering down the body slowly all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work. So using our bridge sequence to incorporate into that, okay? Take an inhale, right leg lifting it high. Exhale, step forwards, drop the back knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, send the hips backwards and then begin to straighten that front leg once we've found that lovely bend in the left knee. Good. Inhale, arms a little bit higher. Exhale, hands to the mat. Feel the hamstrings stretching here. Inhale, reaching up. Good. Back up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands in front. Feel that rounding of the back as well. Last time. Inhale. Woo. Exhale, hands to the front. Bend into that front knee a little bit wider now. Or a little bit deeper into that front stretch. Good. Inhale, hands pressing into the floor, lifting that left knee off the ground. Exhale, high plank. From here, drop the knees, tabletop, right foot to the side. Inhale, left arm, left leg up. Good. Exhale, back to tabletop. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Other side, left leg up, inhale. Exhale, big step forwards, back knee down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, leaning back with the hip. Good. So once we find that square position with the back knee, begin to straighten that left foot. You may need to shift it forwards. Good. Find that balance, squeezing the ears together. Exhale, lean forwards with control, hands to the floor, hamstring stretch. Inhale, lift back up, use that core. Ooh, test the balance, lift the chin, look up. Exhale, hands wide, down to the mat. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Good, shimmy that left foot towards the body a bit so you can bend into that front knee. Hands either side, inhale, right knee lifted up. Exhale, step it back, high plank. Shifting on to tabletop. Good, turn the left toes out to the side. Left hand stays on the floor, right arm, right leg, lift if you can. In 3, in 2, in 1, tabletop. Nice work, everyone. Exhaling, downward facing dog. And in your downward dog, just shimmy the head right and left. And then slowly wander the feet forwards all the way through. So we're lying on our back. Option to take some water now for those who need it, okay? So lying on the back, squeezing the knees into the chest, maybe hugging the shins as well. And then gently swaying right and left across the spine, keeping the back of the head rooted into the floor. Nice work. And then slowly bring the feet down to the ground. We're going to work on some core now, okay? Firing it up. So take your right foot over the left leg. So that eagle wrap with the legs, okay? And then the hands are going to be by the ears, elbows out to the side. Focusing on the lower back, pressing into the floor, then gently begin to lift the legs off the ground. Okay, try to wrap that right leg all the way around to the ankle on the left leg. From here, we're going to exhale, lift up, bring the knees close towards the chin, and then inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift up, inhale and down. Nice work, let's go. Exhale, lift up, and lower. So find that control. It's a very slow tempo, okay? Whew, keeping the core abdomen or abdominal muscle under tension. As we hold, we pause, and then we lower and release. Keep it going, 5 more. Three to go. How far can you lift those shoulders? And 2. Nice. Last one. And then unlace the hands, the knees, dropping them right and left. Whew.
And then we're going to move to the other side. So left leg, take it up and across the right. Good. See if you can hook the ankle. Okay. Hands by the ears. Press the lower spine into the floor, lifting the legs off the ground. Exhale, lift. Knees in. Inhale, lower. Nice. So tempo again is slow, controlled, focusing on the lower spine, focusing on the knees, just lifting and lowering, and shoulders as well. So the hands by the ears encourages us to use the upper neck, upper shoulders, trapezius muscles, okay? If the hands are behind the head, we may find that we're taking too much of that head weight into the arms. Use more of the core. 3 to go, everyone. And 1. Nice. Feet separate, knees right and left, hands by the side. And just gently rotate left to right. Okay, release the legs all the way to the mat, so you're lying flat, hands above the head. Take an exhale, lift one leg, reach the hands up, and then inhale, lower. So 10 on the left leg, reaching up high. Okay, 7 to go, 6 to go. So the more you do it, the further you can reach up to those toes. 5 to go, 4, 3, core is on fire, keep it going, 2, last one, other side, straight into it, right leg up, lift those hands, keep the hands even as they lower back with control. Whew, keep it going, everybody. In 4, 3, 2, keep the shoulders off the floor, come on, pulsing up, and 1, nice work. Feet down, knees right and left. Whew. Good job, everybody. We're going to come onto our fronts, okay? So coming into our front, we're going to move and shift from our downward facing dog, okay, to a high plank. So that shift in weight forwards and back, okay, using the rotator cuffs, using the core and upper body strength. So just as we wait, okay, we're in our Sphinx pose, elbows in line with shoulders, looking forwards, just lift up the chin and find that nice stretch in the upper core. That should feel really good. Maybe squeeze the toes together, squeeze the inner knees together, lift them off the floor. Nice. In 3. In 2, catch that breath. In 1. Nice. Bring the chin all the way down, hands under shoulders. Tuck the toes. Inhale to tabletop or to half plank and then downward facing dog. So getting ready with those shifts. So keep gazing at the toes. In your downward facing dog, spread the fingers nice and wide. And then when we're ready, we're going to find 5 shifts in weight. Okay, so spread the fingers wide first, push your chest close to the thighs in your downward facing dog. Take an inhale, shift forwards, high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. So keep that breath and movement going. If you find that your shoulders are going too far over the wrists, maybe bring the hands a little step further forwards. Exhale, down dog. Using your breath, your rhythm, your practice. So we should look forwards at the big thumbs or down at the big thumbs in that high plank. And then as we exhale to down dog, we should look at the big toes. 3 more. Shifting forwards. Keep that control. Inhale, shifting forwards. Down dog. Last one. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Lovely job. Good. From this downward dog, we're going to reach that right leg up. 3 leg down dog. Bend the right knee. Scorpion your dog out. So opening the hip to the right. Looking under the right shoulder. And just breathing here. Notice the left heel. Can you send it further to the floor? In 3. In 2. In 1. Lovely. Inhale back to that high plank. Bring the knee across the left elbow tap. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then scorpion the dog out. So we're finding that nice flow with the right side of the body. Inhale to high plank. Right knee to left elbow tap. Kick it back. Scorpion the dog. Last time.
Inhale, high plank, across to that left knee. And then scorpion the dog out, lovely. Right foot down, 3 breaths, downward facing dog. So if you did all of those curves from that elbow to knee, in the scorpion dog, fold at the back, well done. Opportunity to try it on this other side here. Okay, takes a lot of upper body strength to get there. Control with the weight, okay. You're thinking, come on, let's start. One more breath. Inhale, left leg up, scorpion the dog. So heel to bottom, push the left hip to the side, look under the left shoulder. Good, everybody. When you're ready, inhale, high plank. Left knee to elbow, tap. Exhale. Coming into that scorpion dog. Good. Inhale, high plank. Left knee to elbow, tap. Scorpion dog. Nice work. Come on, everybody. Keep it going. Inhale, high plank to elbow, tap. Scorpion dog, last one. Inhale, shifting forwards. Keep that leg lifted. And then scorpion dog. Nice work. Downward facing dog. And then slowly we're going to bring the feet forwards to the wrists. Into our gorilla wrap. Right hand under right foot. And then same with the left. Tuck the chin into the chest. And just dangle here for a few rounds of breath. Maybe shifting that forwards. Shifting that weight forwards and backwards. Okay, find a nice connection with the feet. Find that inversion, all the benefits of fresh blood to the brain, the vital organs. Remember those deep breaths in and out. Nice work. Slowly unwrap the hands. And then rolling all the way up the spine, keeping the knees slightly bent. So one vertebrae at a time. Once we've come into a nice standing position, take the arms wide. Inhale, Tadasana, lift the chin, look up. Exhale, swan dive, hands wide back to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, hold. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifting it up. Exhale, step to the outside of your right wrist. Coming into this wide lizard lunge here. Back leg is still lifted. Holding here for 3, for 2. Drop the left knee on 1. Untucking the back toes. Just look behind you. Make sure it's in line. Good, and just hold this position. If you want to come down onto your elbows, then you're very welcome to as well. If you've got that mobility in the hip, okay. Maybe interlace the fingers. And just notice what your right foot is doing. If it's completely flat, or perhaps that toe, the side where the big toe is, might be lifting up slightly. So you're pushing more weight into the pinky toe on that side. I want you to send the weight even in the foot. Keep it even. Keep the knee facing up to the ceiling. Maybe look at the left knee. Good, just slowing it all down. And then slowly push yourself into the floor if we're on our elbows. Lift the chin, looking up. Nice work. Again, those deep breaths. Letting that left hip flexor release. And then slowly coming into pigeon. So look down at the mat. We're going to bring that right foot over to the left wrist. Okay? And if the knee can come down to the floor, fantastic. Now, if you need to bring that heel closer towards the hip, do that, okay? Some of us don't have that ability to find that lovely parallel position with the shin, okay, with the top of the mat. As long as your hips
or your hip is square to the shoulders. Hands are under shoulders to begin with. Taking that inhale, lifting the chest, gentle back bend. And then when you're ready, slowly lower down with control to the elbows. Okay, and just staying here for a couple of rounds of breath. Now just focus on your hip, making sure we're not leaning to the right side. Focusing on keeping it aligned with the top of the mat, with the shoulders. Getting to know where the weight should be in these stretches is really important. Self-adjusting. Just like when you perfect your skills, when you're doing a technique set, maybe on your best stroke, or potentially on your worst stroke, okay? Not necessarily relying on your coaches to help align you or give you some tips, okay? They give you all the lowdown that you need. It's about self-adjustment, self-awareness, okay? Technique is so important. Just like alignment, okay? Just like posture. And if you feel confident in this pigeon stretch, to maybe bring the forehead down, to reach the arms towards the front of the room. Opportunity is now to do that. As you hold the stretch, just notice how maybe the feet relax, the ankle maybe changes that position of the foot, comes a bit closer towards the left side of the hip. Okay, feeling that outside right hip stretch. Feeling your left kneecap pressing into the floor. Top of the left foot as well. Helping to stretch our TFL muscle, our IT band, our psoas muscle as well. Good. Wherever you are, maybe press the hands into the mat, lift up the chest, lift that left knee off the floor, and then send that right foot back to that high plank position. Good. Take an exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely job, everybody. Inhale, 3-leg down dog with that left leg. Exhale, step to the outside of your wrist, holding that high lizard position first, okay? Good, maybe shimmy the shoulders and hands into that correct placement. And then drop that back knee down. Untuck the toes behind. Look behind as well, make sure it's in that nice long position, not out to the side. Good, checking our lizard lunge with the left leg. What I always check for is my shoulder and my knee are pressing into each other. Okay, I have that connection with the upper and lower body. Again, find those deep breaths, everyone. And then if it feels good, we're going to lower down to the elbows. Just like we did on that other side, make sure this foot is pressed down into the floor evenly, okay? We're not sending the weight into the outside of that foot. We're keeping the big toe rooted into the floor. Again, gaze down at that right knee underneath you. Alexa, volume down. Good, just start to take note of how it feels on this side. And then slowly push your hands away from the floor, lifting the chest up. And then gently toe heel that foot across to the right, coming into pigeon, okay. Sending the knee to the floor. Good. Again, look behind you just to check that back leg is nice and straight. Hands under shoulders, find that gentle back bend. Nice work, everybody. Taking that inhale. And then exhale, slowly come down onto the elbows. Otherwise, stay with that chest lifted, okay? So about 6 deep breaths.
And start to relax all the muscles in the face as well. Maybe the jaw. We tend to clench the jaw sometimes when we're holding a stretch or a pose. What helps is pushing the tongue inside that, or between both the top and bottom layer of your teeth, okay? And then you're going to feel, if you're clenching the jaw, you're going to feel it in the tongue, okay? So that's a great way to be aware of where the tension is in the neck, the jaw, okay? And then again, if we want to come down onto the forehead, slowly lower. Use that deep breathing to help guide the stretch. Nice work. Then slowly push yourself away from the mat with that chest. Then bring that left bottom to the floor. Swing that right leg all the way to the front. Legs out in front of you. Take an inhale, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, hands reaching towards the toes, the ankle, the shins, maybe crossing the hands over, and then gently draw the chin into the chest. Hashimotonasana, forward fold. And then slowly inhale, lift the torso all the way up, arms out in front, and then send the squishy part of your bottom to the back of the mat. And then begin to lay all the way down, ready for your Shavasana. Okay, this final bit of core, keeping that control, looking forwards. Feel that shaking, thumbs pointing up in 3, in 2. Nice work. In 1, once the shoulders hit the floor, relax the arms to the side, let the feet fall out to the outer edges of your mat. Taking 2 cleansing breaths in and out of the nose. Again, just giving yourself a few moments of stillness at the end of your practice. Bringing in all the benefits of your practice this evening. Helping to calm our parasympathetic nervous system. Helping to relax the body with deep breaths. And then begin to wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, circle the ankles, circle the wrists. And then slowly roll over to a nice side position, supporting your head with your underarm, okay? Imagining that moment before we get up for our alarm in the morning, okay? We want to savor every last second we can. And then slowly push yourself up to a nice seated position. And then crossing the ankles, knees out to the side, 3 breaths to finish just how we started class. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like. Take an inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, rolling them back and down. Inhale. Exhale. Final breath, inhale. And exhale. Good, bring your hands together, bow your heads forwards. Thank you all for joining this lovely unwind flow, but keeping that control, that focus and that strength in our upper body
and awareness in our core and alignment. Hope you all enjoyed the class. Namaste.